Hi guys, coming in, welcome to my home. So yes, been another 2 weeks, back on the grind, back on prep. Gonna do a little bit different today of the video. Gonna show you, obviously you've seen some of my training over the last few weeks. Now we're gonna do a little bit in the kitchen, talking through my nutrition, supplementation, just where I am in prep and how I'm feeling over the last few weeks. It's been very good, so productive, but we keep that for then. And then we'll do a little workout, and you can obviously get an insight to us doing chest. We're going to train at a different gym today as well. First time we're going to be using this gym. By we, I mean me and John. You saw John in the first video we documented. So we're going to do a chest workout. But like I said, before we move on, I'm just going to talk a little bit about my diet, where I am, and what I've been doing over the last few weeks. Okay, so we're here in the kitchen. Like I said, a little bit different today. What I've been doing for the last 2 weeks, I might have mentioned in previous videos, I've been cycling my carbs. So up until that point, I was following more of a baseline diet, around 300 grams of carbs a day. And the last 2 weeks, with my coach as well, obviously I work closely with James Llewellyn and he sends me all my plans and so forth. We've been cycling my food, so my highest day now over the last 2 weeks has been 300 grams. Then my medium day goes to 150, and then my low day goes to 50 on a non-training day or 100 on a training day. And then I go back up, so it kind of works where I go high, medium, low, medium, high, and so forth. What I've also been doing, like I mentioned in the last video, every week I've been refeeding, so I've been having a really high day, around 450 grams of carbs, and a cheat meal. So I think my coach has been happy with my progress because my weight's been dropping quite fast. So we've been refeeding so we don't lose too much weight and obviously risk breaking away too much tissue. So today I'm on a medium day, which for me is 150 grams of carbs. I have my biggest carb serving in my first meal, which I've already eaten, which is my 80 grams of oats, 1 banana and 2 scoops of whey protein. Then it's followed by 4 solid meals. So 3 of them will contain carbs, 95 grams of rice, cooked weight, and then one of them will be carb free, which will be my steak, and then my last meal will be casein. So as well as cycling my carbs, all I'm doing is having fats in the 2 meals, so in the salmon meal and in the steak meal, and that stays the same every day. So does the protein. Like I said, my carbs go up and down depending on what day it is, but it's not fixed towards my workout. So just because I'm training back on a day doesn't mean it's a high day. It's like I said, it's cycled in a way where I go really high, then I go low, medium, high, medium, low, medium, really high. And that seems to be bringing me in over the last few weeks. So I'm gonna grab some meals. I've been lucky enough today as well to get some meals made for me by Supercharged Meals, who are, I believe, a new company in Dubai. They've reached out to me and offered to provide me with food for today. So I've had 1 meal already, which was chicken and rice, all weighed out to the gram. And I got another 3 meals by them. So these are the meals. Like I said, normally I would just cook all my own meals and weigh it out, and it's not really been a problem for me. So as you can see, all the meals, I've got my 200 grams of salmon, 95 grams of rice, 50 grams of asparagus, specifically asking for that. And like I said, I made sure they cook very simple. There's no adjectives, no oils, no seasonings, no salts, just 100% food and gram for gram. I'm very meticulous when it comes to nutrition, so I find it hard to trust a food company. But like I said, I had one of the meals and they were lovely. So like I said, what I've had so far, I've had my oats, my banana, 2 scoops of oats protein, which gives me around 75 grams of carbs. Then I had 1 chicken and rice meal already, which is only 95 grams of carbs. Obviously rice, so it gives me around 25 grams of carbs. And like you said, it can look, it looks really good there. I've had 1 of them already. My next meal will be my salmon meal. Again, 200 grams of salmon, cooked weight, 95 grams of rice. Looks pretty good. So that's what I'll be having next. And then my last meal, solid meal that is, for today anyway, will be 200 grams of steak. It's quite thin, but I think he's grilled it all clean. I got my broccoli and asparagus. So like I said, the only time I'm having carbs in my 5th meal now is on my high carb day, which is usually falls on a Wednesday, 300 grams. And on a Saturday, I go very high. So I'm just gonna put this in the microwave ready because I'm gonna eat this before. I tend to eat around an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours before I train. I like to have a bit of a flat stomach. So I'll put that in now and I'll be eating that shortly. So like I said, my meals tomorrow will go up quite high. I'll be doubling all my carbs, doubling my high day. So as you can see, today I've got just 95 grams of rice in each meal. Tomorrow I'll go up to 300 grams of rice. I really am a fan of carb cycling. It works for me. It helps maintain fullness and lose body fat. You're kind of tricking your body in a way that when you're doing your low days, you're increasing insulin sensitivity, so you can uptake more carbs into the muscle, and then your high days you're replenishing all the carbs, and you kind of like that. The only downside of it, you do feel the effect from going low. So that's pretty much my food for today. Like I said, 150 grams of carbs, 125 coming from food, and then the rest will be, I have maltodextrin or cyclic dextrin or Vitargo or whatever I can get my hands on at the time after training. So I'm gonna go through my supplements here. I use some of the vitamins I use as well. I use some vitamin C twice a day. It's 1,500 milligrams. It's all got a really good brand as well, so I try and keep to this if I can. My digestive enzymes, I have them with 3 of my meals throughout the day. Milk thistle, just to obviously keep my liver nice and healthy and see demanding sport on the body. Acidophilus, which is a very good probiotic. I have this 3 times a day as well. It's very good for my gut health, because I'm a big believer in it's not just about the food you intake, it's about the digestion and the absorption. So you utilize all more of the food you're putting in, and omega-3. So I have these 3,000 milligrams a day at the moment. I was taking a multivitamin, but I've got high iron levels. It's like a genetic thing where my body just doesn't stop the amount of iron my body absorbs. But it's not a concern because I have more carriers. So if I do have a multivitamin, I tend to go for one with a low iron content. So that's pretty much my food for today. Some of my supplements, and now I'm gonna just talk you through my intra, pre-workout, and so on. I kind of in the UK, I had a good sponsorship for a long time where from P&I supplements, where they were very good to me, and the products are very effective, they're very clean, and I kind of really trusted them as well. But obviously since I've been in Dubai, they've been having some importing issues and I have not been able to get my hands on. So I've just been, because I haven't been buying my own supplements for the last few years, to be honest, so I've just been playing around with what I feel works. So I use a number of different supplements and brands that I believe are best for my body. So first one, I use some Gold Standard Whey. It's 80% protein, and I just find it very effective on my stomach. It's isolate. It doesn't give me any digestive issues or bloating. And like I said, I'm having 2 scoops of this with my first meal, which is always the same. I have a scoop and a half after my workout, which I'm doing now, my supplements for training. And then I also use Gold Standard casein, which is it's a time release protein. I have 2 scoops of this before bed. Very effective. Usually in the off season I'd have it with some nut butter or something, but my fats are quite low, so I just have this before bed and it kind of feeds me throughout the night. And again, it doesn't give me any issues in my gut. So that's what I would have normally before bed. So I have my 5 solid meals, oats, you know, chicken, salmon, chicken, steak, and then the carbs fluctuate. And I have my whey casein. So we got, this is Extent, but this is just creatine monohydrate. Just keep it in there. I always start my day with some super greens, and I find these really effective, this particular brand. It's quite cheap as well. It's 190 dirhams for two tubs, and it's got a lot of detoxifying agents in there. It's very good for digestion, and obviously being a bodybuilder, trying to get a lot of bulk of food in, it's very hard to get the amount of fiber and vegetables you need. So I just find that's a very good way to ensure I'm getting more of what I actually need in my body. So, okay, so at the moment I'm using some Maxi-Maze, which is just a carb powder really. Obviously, different carb powders have a different response. I usually use cyclic dextrin because I find that's a bit better. It's very dense and absorption rate is better, but this is fine. So today, like I said, I'm on a medium carb day. So usually on a low carb day, I have 50 grams because I only have carbs in a solid meal with that. On a medium day, I have 25 grams. Which I'm gonna do now, and I'm very meticulous with weight. I like to get it bang on. If it's over by 1 gram, it has to come out. So we need that. And then on a high carb day, I tend to have, and then I have to quickly do that, not because if it goes to 26, I have to change it again. It's quite OCD like. Yeah, so on a high day, I'd have 50 grams of that post-workout. My intro workout supplements then, I tend to have, again, like I said, this is creatine. So at the moment, I'm having 5 grams of creatine, which is, it's very fine for me. I don't know how much water, and it does help, you know, keep full and a little bit of strength. So 5 grams of creatine. There. I have 10 grams of glutamine, and this Twin Labs glutamine is very good. And it's, like I said, Dubai is, some things are very expensive. And some things like supplements are really cheap, and you know there's pharmacies everywhere, so it's really easy to get your hands on anything you want really. So I have 10 grams of glutamine during training. Again, like I said, it's got to be right. Oh, it's 11. We have to take a little bit of that out. Just so you know, I don't want it to affect my results, you know, 1 gram of creatine extra, glutamine. And then what I've been using there, and I've been using 2 different types. So I usually been using the Cellar amino, alpha amino, which has got BCAAs and EAAs in, as well as some electrolytes to keep me replenished while I train. But the last week or so, I've been using this by BSN only because I bought some No Explode. And I'm a bit of a salesman's dream, so the guy was like, I walked in for some BCAAs, I come up with 3 tubs, a tub of glutamine, tub of protein, a tub of No Explode. I bought loads of supplements. It's crazy. So anyway, I've been having 2 scoops of this. It's 10 grams of BCAAs and EAAs in 1 serving. So I tend to be having 2 scoops while I train. I think that was not the best scoop, so I'm going to make this one a little bit more generous. And I'll sip on that while I train then. And then before training, like I said, I'm not really a fan of too many stimulants because they just, especially during competition, they just make me very jittery and lack of sleep and whatever. So I was using a bit of a milder pre-workout, but I will be honest, the last few weeks, especially since I've been carb cycling, I have really felt the impact on my energy. So I've decided to go for No Explode again. I've used this for years, really, years ago. It's quite strong, and I think the caffeine content is quite high. So how many grams have we got? But this also has some creatine in it as well, so I think there's around 300 grams of caffeine. I can't really find it there, but I know it's quite high. So I'll have 1.5 scoops of this today. If I do legs, I tend to have 2 scoops, but I am very conscious about having this too close to bedtime because I don't want to disrupt my sleep at the moment. Everything is going good. I'm sleeping well. I'm getting a good 7-8 hours in every single night. And I think it's just helping my recovery. So if I take too many stimulants, it does affect that definitely. So especially the caffeine having too late at night, that kind of just keeps me awake. So I gotta try and find this in there. The wife, lover, she limited me to a cupboard, so I got a cupboard. So I'm gonna ram it all in. She's funny. So anyway, so that's my supplements. Like I said, I have my pre-workout in there. I think I just put 2 scoops in there. Oh well, we put it to good use today. I have my BCAs and EAAs, 20 grams, 10 grams of glutamine, 5 grams of creatine. I have my 25 grams of maltodextrin in there today. Or Maxi Maize, sorry, with 1.5 scoops of whey protein, and that's pretty much it. And then obviously my super greens, right down there. Okay, so yeah, I've got to clean up as well. That's the problem when you get married. You kind of, when you live on your own, it's easy, but kind of you have to keep it clean for the wife. So every time, but she, you know, it's fair. It's Dubai and it's hot. And the last thing we want is insects in here, because then she will be kicking off. Okay, so that's my meals. Like I said, supercharged. Thank you for hooking me up today. I will certainly give you some feedback. I've had one of the meals and it was delicious, really. And to be honest, the food for me just goes in. I don't think too much about it, but it was very nice and tasty. So hopefully we'll be hooking up. I don't know. I did say I don't know if it's a good time at the moment to start with a company, but if I find one I trust, then it could be. Okay, so thank you guys. That was the kitchen. I'm just gonna get a meal in now and a cup of my coffee, black coffee. No sweetener, no milk, no sugar, what have you. Then I'm gonna go and get my hair cut, because look at this. It's looking like a scruff part. And then we're gonna do some workouts, so stay tuned. Okay, so gonna get my meal in now. I roam all day just doing all my online client check-ins, which I do every Friday, really. Pretty good. So yeah, everything's been going good, really. The training's been good. I've definitely felt the fatigue of the diet, but I've still been training hard, training 6 days a week as well. I'm making sure I've been pairing up with a few people like John, another friend of mine, Kate, who's also competing in the Olympia in a few weeks' time. So it's been good to train with other people who are serious. That obviously when I'm feeling low, they can also push me then. See what I've had with some water, and obviously I've got my trainers on. So I thought I needed. So I thought I needed. So we have the Warehouse GYM JBR. Again, I'd like to thank the manager who's kindly let us train here for free today just to try it out. It's not a massive gym, but like I said, it facilitates everything we need. A lot of life fitness. I think it's some armor strength stuff as well. So I'm not quite sure where the dumbbells go up to. I'm back, man. 60, so we could probably get a good enough workout. Warm it up. You'll be right, man. You'll be way soon. Squeeze. Again. Come on in. Again, 2 more. Pull, 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 pull. Okay, relax. Good, and hold it in. Squeeze it. Tension, chest up, chest up, chest up, and relax. And again, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, drop set. And yes. 2. Yeah, again. Up. 2. One more. Up, down, slow. Feel the stretch. Okay.
9 bigs, man. 9 big efforts. Come on. All right. Chest up, squeeze in. Again, let's go. All right. Ready? And go all the way down. All right, okay.
Yep.
Let's go. All right.
Hey.
8 to 10, right? It's good reps. Good squeeze. Squeeze. Good. Squeeze. Go on, Chris. Let's go. Yes. Now we're working. 2 more. Give me 2 more. Come on. Control it down. 1. This is the one. This is the one. Get it in. Get it in. Hold. Hold. Oh, relax.
Nice and low. Good. 5. Good. Wow, come on. Up, 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 up. Let's go. 2 more. Drive it up. 1 more. Chest up. Finish on the negative. Okay. Go heavier then. Go heavier. How many did you get?
16 without.
Get 20, yeah. Stay. Up. $13. $14. 2 more. Up. 1 more. Up. Yes. Good set.
Now let's go. Big set. Big move. Work hard now.
2 more. With me. Stay with me, yeah? Yeah. Come with me, bud. My chest. Yeah. Here we go. Break. 2 more. Break. Again. Yeah. For this movement here, we're going to be pushing the weights against each other as we press up. This is going to isolate a little bit more the inner pec. Then we're going to superset that with a fly. Obviously with an incline bench, it's going to get more upper pec as well. So as John is pressing up, he's also pushing in tight, squeezing down, squeezing in. So if I pull these apart, they're going to be fused. He's pushing in that way, in towards each other as well. When you push up, I'll push towards my hand, comes over your head. There we go, more over your head. Good. So you're like that, yeah? Good, you feel it? Right on the top of the pecs, inner pecs, good. 2 more. 1 more. Up. Good. Good. Come on. Squeeze. 2. Good. 3. 2 more. 1. 1 more. Up. Okay. Come on, more. Up. Again. Up. Again. Up. Okay. 10 days away from living the dream with the boys in Ibiza. I can't wait till I'm at home. Let me tell you. I'm not even allowed to go to Butlins.
Let's go.
Good. Come on. Good. Hey. Hey. Oh. Oh. Come on, up, up. 42, 43, come on. Come on, John. 55, come on. 6, come on. 7, come on. 8, get to 60. 9. Set to 10, all right? Let's go. Up, following. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on. 80, yeah? 10, 20 more. Come on, let's go. Let's go. 4 sets of 5. Up. 1, 2, 3. Come on, John. Last set. 4. Come on. 3. Come on. 4. Come on. 5 more. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, 50, yeah? Okay.
Go, come on.
I'll do it.
Let's do it now. Come on.
workout with John Jones. Very good. Chest, a little bit of side delts. My day is pretty much done. I've got to get back and check in with some online clients. But before then, I'm going to chill out on the beach and just have my meal before getting back home. So I hope you enjoy once again. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button. If you like this content, comment below what more you would like to see in later videos. Until next time, peace.